Hey everyone, I'm Alyssa, an Indianapolis Colts cheerleader for the 2024 season, and this is Believe in Colts.
We got Hunter Waller for you guys.
Hey Hunter, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Great, great. Warm in Indy. So we're starting to get to the good weather part of the state now.
No doubt.
So first question, there's obviously been a little bit of back and forth, a little bit on like what your position is going to be in the NFL. When you get drafted, you get listed as a linebacker after playing mostly safety at Wisconsin. Now that you hit rookie minicamp, it's already been reported that you're playing a little bit more safety than linebacker. Can you talk a little bit about like what the Colts have shared with you about their expectations for your role?
Yeah, I think, coming into rookie mini camp and OTAs and stuff, starting the safety room and see how I fit in there, see how I pick it up and how I play on the field. Um, hopefully as long as that's good, I'll stay in that room. We haven't talked in a ton of depth about that. I mean, I know I'll be a piece of special teams for sure. And that's going to be a big role for me, especially this first year. But yeah, as of right now, I'm playing in the safety room.
So on defense, especially at linebacker and safety, there's a big emphasis between balancing between making that aggressive play and preventing a big play against you. And from what I've seen, you lean pretty heavily on the let's be aggressive. I'm curious, how do you balance that in your own mind?
I think it's understanding, what your role is in a certain coverage or on a specific play. Knowing if you're the post safety, you got to be a little more hesitant and just understand that you're kind of the last resort and you have to make everybody right. Whereas, if you're in the run fit, closer down to the ball or in a different position that if you get that opportunity, you could take that shot. So I think it's just an understanding of what your role is on every down and every call, just to know, whether or not you could take that shot or whether you got to play it a little more passive and just clean people up.
So coming from Wisconsin, obviously, the Colts have one of the best running backs in the program's history in Jonathan Taylor. Chris Ballard obviously has a very soft spot for the Badgers as well. Had you had any prior relationship or connection to those two guys prior to getting the call to be a Colt?
I had not. No, I had not. But everything I've heard about each of them is that they're fantastic human beings. JT more better human being than he is football player. And Mr. Ballard, he handles his business the right way, and he takes care of this program and takes care of the guys that play for it. So yeah, it's great people. Wisconsin definitely produces great people. So I'm happy and I'm proud to be called a Colton to be able to join them.
I'm sorry, he stole my question, which is okay because I expected it to be a big one. Man, can I ask you? Injuries happen. It's guaranteed. It's the only 100% in sports, especially football. How do you deal with situations like that when you're expecting to play and then an injury happens and you're missing extended time?
Knowing that kind of it's inevitable. You just have to understand that you got to make the most of your opportunities. When you're healthy, when you can play, you gotta maximize every chance you get. But then, when injuries do happen, and it's going to happen, just one, mentally staying ready and doing a little extra meeting with the coaches off the field because you're not on the field, and trying to deepen your understanding of the game. But then also just being a great teammate, and you can see yourself a little bit easier from the sideline than you can if you're actually on the field in the play. And so, maybe giving a guy a tip or some advice when they come off the field, and you get a bit of a different viewpoint when you're not on the field. So I think just kind of staying as locked in as possible, and still making sure that you remain a part of the team, and you remain in those talks, I think is the most important thing.
So for you, obviously you end up going in the seventh round. A lot of predictions had you going anywhere from the fourth to the fifth, really. So when the draft's going on, those rounds pass, and the phone call hasn't happened yet. How is your mental process during that time? And then just being ready for the opportunity when the call does come in the 7th round?
Yeah, I mean, complete honesty, like it does get a little frustrating. And you start to question and wonder what, why not and what's going on. But, at the end of the day, like God has a plan for everything, and, he's going to put you in the right situation. And, maybe I didn't end up going in the 4th or 5th round or whatever it may be, but I truly think that this is the right situation for me. The people that, the other guys in this class that came in with me are great people. Some of the guys that are on the team now are fantastic. So, I think, regardless of how it all went down, I think this is a great spot for me. I think it's a great fit. And, I'm just honestly blessed to be on a team and at a mini camp right now.
Well, last year, the Indianapolis Colts defense was under a lot of pressure by fans and media about how they tackled, right? Missed tackles were a big thing for the Indianapolis Colts. And fundamentals, it's a big situation where, between wrapping up and just trying to make that big hit. In your mind, is fundamentals and making sure the tackle happens number one in your head? And when it is time to, when is a good time to go for that big, knockout blow to try to amp your team up and get some stuff going?
This is kind of goes back to the kind of know the circumstance that we were just talking about. A lot of times it's just make sure you get the guy on the ground. Make sure you come up with a body part and don't let him get, past you and down the field some more. But there are times when you have that freedom to take a shot. When he's running down the sideline, you got the green light. If he doesn't see you, you got the green lights. Like there's times when you can take that shot and make a big hit, make a big play. But especially at safety, a lot of times it's just get the man on the ground and move on to the next play.
All right. Thanks, Hunter. And thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. Good luck.
Do you believe?